Hello everybody, I have a brand new video and layout for you today featuring cut files. This is a series that I do with my dear friend Natalie, and I will link her channel up down below. I am going to be using that beautiful cut file I just backed. This is a cut file from Cut to You. All my cut files are generally from Cut to You. I think this was a cut of the month, which means that you need a subscription to get it, and that's totally fine because the subscription is so inexpensive. In fact, it's Gwen is in Australia, so if you subscribe to the Cut of the Month Club, it is $1 and some change every month. $1 and some change, and you get a brand new beautiful cut file exclusive to the Cut of the Month Club into your inbox. I love it. It's absolutely 100% one of my favorite subscriptions. I tend to get my new file every month, cut it immediately, and then I do try to use it pretty fast. Sometimes that works, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes they tend to collect here, which is why I'm going to be using it for today, because I have a couple that are collecting. So I backed my cut file using papers from Crate Paper's brand new Gingham Garden collection. Once I had my cut file backed with all these pretty papers, I grabbed my glossy accents, and I am filling in the leaves with some glossy accents just for a little bit of extra detail. And then I'm going to add some sequins onto the cut file. So here's a little behind the scenes for you. When I went to first put the sequins on this cut file, I opened the bag of sequins and then dropped them straight onto the floor, where they proceeded to dump out everywhere. Fortunately, I used a sock across the bottom of my vacuum cleaner, and I was able to salvage enough of these sequins to finish my layout. But yeah, so the sequins I'm using today are Succulent Sass. They are from Spiegel Mom Scraps. I will link everything below for you. I will link the subscription to the Cut a Month Club. I will link the sequins from Spiegel Mom Scraps, and you can use my discount code to save a little bit on your order. And I will link up all of the Gingham Garden collection that I'm going to be using. So I'm just adding a couple really small clusters of sequins to the cut file, and then I let it sit on my desk all night long and dry thoroughly and completely. I also went ahead off camera and fussy cut a whole bunch of flowers from that pattern paper that I just showed you. The style of flowers on that pattern paper really matched the style of flower in my cut file, and I thought they would be a beautiful little extra embellishment addition to my layout. I'm going to be scrapbooking a heritage layout today. So here is my completely dried and ready to go cut file. I am scrapbooking the only photograph I have of my dad's parents. So these are my grandparents, my paternal grandparents. This is the only photo that I have of the two of them together. My grandfather in the photo, he passed away a couple of years before I was born. Actually quite a few years before I was born. My parents were married in 1977, and he passed away before that. And my grandmother, who's in the photograph, is still living, and yep, I know her. So, but this is the only photo that I have of her with my grandfather that I have. I'm sure there are more. I'm sure that there are some in the family somewhere, but this is the only one I have. I also know where this photo was taken, and I know what my grandparents were doing. Why they took a photo here, what they were doing, all of that. So I do have some definite journaling to write on this photograph. I don't know the year though of the photograph this was taken, but I know where, and I know like the story behind the photograph, that kind of thing. So that'll be a fun little bit that I need to journal about. I'm going through my papery pack from Gingham Gardens, and I am choosing some elements I want to use. If you watched my haul and you saw that one of the embellishments I got were those clear stickers, I took those clear stickers, I made 2 12 by 12 backgrounds, and I made a whole bunch of embellishments with them, with those clear stickers. I emptied the clear sticker sheet so that they are not staring at me while I try to figure out how to use them. One of the things I did was I did adhere them to a bunch of these papery ephemera pieces and create little clusters on the ephemera pieces. So you will not see you'll probably see the clear stickers, but they won't look like clear stickers. For example, the 2 little word strips that I'm going to put on that little banner piece, those are part of the clear sticker sheet. So now I'm just going through and deciding how I want these clusters to go. I have been doing this thing. So I used to be a stick and plunk scrapbooker. I would just put tape run on the back. I wouldn't fidget too much. And now, for whatever reason, I don't even know, I have been putting all of my clusters together without adhering anything down and then having to come back in and adhere them down. This is a new thing. I don't know why I suddenly started doing this, but hopefully it's just a phase and it goes away, because I really did kind of like being a stick and plunk scrapbooker. Once I've chosen all the ephemera and sticker pieces, I'm going to go ahead and adhere them down. And then I actually have to come back in and add all the flowers. And I'm not going to stick and plug them either. Very particular I was being with this layout. Actually, I was pretty particular with all of the layouts I filmed during this session, which I think was like 6, maybe 7. So once I have all of my stickers and the papery down, I can go ahead and start playing with these fussy cut flowers. Now, the stickers in the paper repack, just to know this, they are like washi stickers, so they are not clear, but they're not 100% opaque either. I actually really don't mind them. I like that look of the washi tape. They still hold their color. You can still see them. You can see on this page, but they're not like a clear sticker, and they're matte, so they don't have that glare or that clear stickery look to them. But they aren't opaque. They're not cardstock stickers either. They're like washi tape. Or maybe like vellum is another good way to describe them. So now I'm going to take all these beautiful fussy cut florals. Now I didn't cut up a whole sheet of paper for this. I got all these flowers out of just a hunk of the paper, which was probably not about the size of like a 6x6 page. So there are loads of flowers on that particular page or on that paper that you can fussy cut. I am just choosing fun little spots to put them. Again, I should be adding glue or tape runner and plunking them down, but I'm not, which means I have to go back and adhere them all down separately, which is okay because I also fidget with them for forever and move them all around a whole bunch of times. Once I am happy with all of these pretty flowers and where they are, I'm going to grab what's left of my succulent sass sequins, and I'm going to add just a couple really pretty sequins around my page. If you are looking for a sequin mix that is going to work well with multiple spring collections in your stash, I cannot recommend this one enough. So it matches, so far, it has matched this Gingham Gardens collection. It matches Tracy Reed's New Felicity collection. It matches Simple Stories Wildflower collection. Like, it is such a good spring sequin mix. It will work with a whole bunch of the new lines that are coming out. So if you haven't grabbed them yet, I highly recommend going ahead and grabbing some of those because it's beautiful. I love this sequin mix, and now I don't have any more. I still have a few left mixed in with the dirt from my floor. We won't talk about that. But anyway, oh well, it happens. And here is a close-up of my beautiful page. I love how this turned out. I think this was the perfect line and page for this photo. And I think it turned out lovely. I hope you all have a fabulous day and a wonderful rest of your weekend. And I will talk to you soon. Bye.